Hello, everyone. Here's your weather hazard briefing for Sunday, April 10th. We continue to watch snow for today and off and on snow. Tomorrow, we'll see some a little bit of rain and even some thunder the next couple of days mixed in across the area. But temperatures are going to be well below average for the next several days, and in some cases, more than 20 degrees below average for this time of year. We do have some wind around for today, and that has necessitated a lake wind advisory for folks that want to venture on American Falls Reservoir. Those winds pick up tomorrow into Tuesday behind the cold front. It looks like our best chance of seeing some decent snow will be tomorrow into the early part of Tuesday. On the satellite this morning, we have our storm lingering over eastern Idaho, and that's producing a pretty good area of snow now across the Snake Plain into portions of the southeast highlands, where we've seen some accumulations around 1 inch per hour as this band slowly will be making its way in and towards Wyoming later on this morning. Here's our area of low pressure moving inland. This is part of that next storm system that's coming in for tomorrow. This first wave comes in later today. There's plenty more out into the Pacific that's coming our way as this area of low pressure, this trough, develops over the western U.S. for the next few days. Like we said, we do have the breeze around. We've got the light snow producing some travel impacts along I-15 and into the southeast highlands. We actually may see a few thunderstorms later on today up around Island Park. Otherwise, for tomorrow, we have snow showers, some rain and snow showers in some areas, also some afternoon thunderstorms. Like we said, it will be breezy. The strongest winds will be along behind the front tomorrow night as we go into Tuesday. Then we still have snow and a bit of wind into Tuesday, and then a break Wednesday, and the next storm trying to move in as we head later into Thursday. Looking at how things are going to progress for today, here's that area of snow along I-15. We may make it to just around the Pocatello area, but it looks like at this point it may actually stay even just north of Fort Hall. But this will continue to band over the same area into the southeast highlands, down north of Soda Springs towards Wayan, also over towards Palisades and Swan Valley, and even a little bit extending over towards the Teton Valley, but certainly into Wyoming. And like we said, we've seen some accumulations already of 1 inch or more per hour with this band as it has shifted south and west while it's still moving south and east. Kind of some interesting movement going on there. But you'll notice as we go through the rest of the morning, that band shifts into the southeast highlands. Here comes the next push of moisture coming in. So as we go through the day, we will see some showers developing across the region. And as we go into this afternoon, the best chance of seeing any thunderstorms will be up around Island Park. Maybe you might see a rumble or thunder or two up into Limhi County this afternoon, but that will be the best area over towards the Island Park region. Then we see that push coming through. We see a bit of a break in the action overnight, but you notice as we go into tomorrow morning, we start to see a band of snow developing across the lava beds on up into the Wood River Valley, the surrounding mountains up into the Sawtooth. And with the flow coming in from the south, this is going to be a pretty favorable pattern to get some decent moisture falling into the Wood River Valley, into those mountainous areas. Those areas have seen a pretty big deficit over the winter. As we go through the day tomorrow, this area will be snow. Once you get down across the Snake Plain into the southern and southeastern highlands, this will be a mix of rain and snow during the day tomorrow. And you'll notice this continues to expand across the region. Out west by around early to mid-afternoon, here comes the cold front. We will see some potential for some thunderstorms, especially ahead of that front. If we get any breaks further east, we'll see a few thunderstorms, but the best chance of thunderstorms will be with the front as it comes through. We'll be watching this to see if we actually end up with conditions, snow squall-type conditions along the front as that moves through tomorrow evening. You'll notice that we get a bit of a dry slot, and that's where the stronger winds will be developing in this dry slot. But other areas will see lighter winds. The winds tomorrow, I say lighter winds. There'll be some wind around, probably some blowing snow in a few spots with this today and again for tomorrow. But by the time we get to midnight tomorrow night, early Tuesday morning, most of the snow is pushed up towards into Montana, up across Limhi County along the Montana Divide, with a few other pockets of light snow developing south and west of there. But certainly the wind will continue. in those areas. Back to the forecast. For this morning, generally less than an inch in that area of snow, but like I said, pockets of around an inch per hour are possible as it shifts into the southeast highlands this morning. There comes the snow moving into the central mountains later this morning. And as we go through the day with these showers, not everyone will see snow. Like I said, this is one of the showers. It means it may snow here, may even see some grapple here. Nothing going on in other areas. But as we go into this evening, that trend will continue. Most areas very light, but a heavier burst could produce around an inch in about an hour or so with that. As we go through this morning, there's some gusty winds coming up through, especially mid to late morning, across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley into the South Hills. Those winds expand later on today, and some of this may be just the showers producing some gusty winds, but there will be some more widespread winds overall. That's why we have the lake wind advisory for American Falls Reservoir with some gusts. Sustained winds 20 to 25 gusts, around 30 to 35 miles an hour this afternoon into this evening before those winds start to drop off in the overnight hours. Temperatures today, they'll be in the 30s and 40s in the lower elevations, 20s and 30s in the mountains. Certainly, like we said, in some cases, we're running 15 to 25 degrees below average. Now, here's that area of snow developing for tomorrow morning with that southerly flow, Sun Valley, Haley, Craters, the mountains around the Wood River Valley, seeing some pretty good snow in the morning hours. As we go into the afternoon, that upslope event will continue, so quite a bit of snow falling in these areas. You'll see the snow expanding elsewhere, and some of this will be not necessarily widespread, but again, with the showers, we'll see pockets of heavier precipitation falling. And you notice there's kind of a void here from around Blackfoot, Pocatello, back across areas outside of the lava beds in the Magic Valley down towards the Utah border. That's because, one, with the southerly winds developing tomorrow, a little bit of downslope, plus it'll be warm enough, it may fall as a mix of rain and snow or grapple, but as like we said in the afternoon hours, that's when we're also going to see thunderstorms developing. As we go into tomorrow evening, some snow again, mainly light snow in the lowest elevations, but the main push of snow will be into the southern and eastern highlands and up along the Montana border. And that trend will continue into the overnight hours, very early Tuesday morning, with just smattering of light snow elsewhere. Now, the snowfall amounts, here's some of these totals that we're looking at. We're talking, Haley, Ketchum seeing 4 to 6 inches. Higher amounts in the surrounding mountains, also up into the Sawtooth. You can see a pocket of heavier snow around Island Park, Monida Pass, along the Montana Divide there, and also the highest elevations once you get into the Big Holes, the Bear River Range, the southeast highlands as well. Now, these, and like I said, elsewhere, maybe 1 to 2 inches shown, a little bit higher across the lava beds as well, and also up towards the INL. Now, looking at the percent chance of 1 inch of snow. That's the official forecast. Let's look at some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and just how much snowfall may even fall more than that, than what we're forecasting. You'll notice that there's that relative void along the 84, 86, 15 corridor with the downslope winds during this event. And then you'll notice this is for 2 inches or more. You can really see it starting to fall where those favored areas seeing the higher amounts. The Wood River valleys, the surrounding mountains, Craters, the southern and eastern highlands up towards Island Park as well. And then this is the potential of 4 inches or more of snow in those areas. And believe it or not, there are some pockets of potentially 8 to 12 inches of snow possible in that area. We didn't show you that map, but that is just there. So some much-needed moisture coming. Probably not going to make that big of a dent in the drought, but certainly some much-needed moisture that we haven't seen in a while. Highs tomorrow will be a little bit warmer again along the interstate corridor elsewhere in the 30s and low 40s in the valleys, 20s and 30s in the mountains. Lighter snow on Tuesday, but still some folks in the mountains seeing over 4 inches of snow possible during the day on Tuesday. And doesn't look like most of us will get out of the 30s during the day on Tuesday. So a colder day behind the front. Some lighter amounts of snow on Wednesday. Just a little bit warmer in some areas, but some folks, especially once you get in the upper part of the Snake Plain, not getting out of the mid-30s and more 20s and 30s up in the high country. So again, colder weather will continue. We've got some wind. We have our lake wind advisory for American Falls Reservoir today. A little bit of a gusty wind with some snow showers later on today and a few thunderstorms. A much better chance of snow tomorrow into early Tuesday, and then occasional snow continuing on through the rest of the week. Have a great day. Do check the road conditions out there this morning just to have a safe drive, and just stay safe out there in general, everyone.